Welcome to AutoSens, the world's leading community for ADAS and autonomous vehicle technology development. We create best-in-class events, training, and information in order to connect the global community of scientists, engineers, and other automotive industry experts. One such expert is Jens Kahrweg, Senior Vice President of Sales and Marketing for Samsung Semiconductor Europe. And Jens, welcome to AutoSens. Good to see you.
Welcome, everybody. Thanks for having me, Carl.
Jens, tell us about the role that Samsung plays in the automotive sensor market, and how does your approach differ from others?
Sure. The automotive industry is heading very much to growing levels of autonomous driving, essentially to autonomous driving. On that path, one of the sensors being needed is obviously the camera image sensor. We have a unique technology, what we call what's the corner pixel technology, which comes from mobile heritage, and we brought that into automotive. So what sets us apart there in the way we offer that is based on that corner pixel technology, we offer an improved sensing capability with a very strong HDR performance, and we avoid LFM, LED flicker mitigation. Secondly, it's about guaranteeing supply stability to our customers. And thirdly, it's about the way and how close we collaborate with CV players in the market to offer good overall system performance to customers.
To expand on those points, Jens, how does Samsung address some of the key pain points in the automotive industry?
So on these key points, or how we address them, let me detail the three areas I mentioned earlier. So it's first about improving sensing capability. This we do based on our corner pixel technology, ISOCELL, which is basically which allows by having two photodiodes on one pixel, that allows a very high and very strong HDR performance of 135 dB, which is at single exposure. And avoiding LFM, unique in the market these days. So that's the first. And then, as said, it's about the supply stability we offer to the market based on our in-house control of the two die components of the imager, the logic and the pixel die. And lastly, the third element, it's the collaboration with the CV, the software stack providers, for better time to market.
Yeah, excellent. And now that we have those 3 points in detail, as you mentioned, let's talk about Samsung's computer vision partnerships. Can you elaborate on the importance of these partnerships and how this collaboration ultimately helps you in the automotive industry?
So ADAS and having a very good ADAS system is very critical for the safety of the driver and the co-driver. So the image sensor is a critical element in this ADAS part, and then a very close collaboration with those computer vision players is essential, because what's the flow in the system? Yeah, so you have the computer vision basically with the camera detects a picture of the environment, and then it gets into classification of objects to find those, classify them, and then take a decision on which path to go, or can I do lane departure whatsoever. So having a very accurate image in the raw data based on our corner pixel technology is important, and then having a very close collaboration from our imager and tune that to the way how the CV sits on the SoC to then optimize the system performance of how that works together is very critical. And there's two elements in that. One is to improve the overall system performance of these two elements, and the other one is by pre-integration of the image with the SoC. We help speeding up development time, so we address or we enable a better time to market for our customers. And we essentially, lastly to mention, we work with all the state-of-the-art CV companies out there, so all the names which are well known in the industry.
When it comes to the supply chain, Jens, how does Samsung ensure the stability of its supply chain? And then maybe further to that, how does Samsung support automotive customers in Europe through the stability of its supply chain?
We operate wafer factories in all different regions of the world. And with that, we are in-house controlling, as mentioned earlier, the image consists of basically two dies. So the one is the pixel die for the image quality, and the one is then the logic die, which makes the pre-filtering of the raw data. We manufacture both these components, these critical components, in-house in our wafer factories across the regions. Then we are also able to offer that final product of the image sensor of the two dies. We are able to offer that either in wafer form or in a packaged solution, and we are able to offer different types of package based on what customers request here. And then secondly, on your question on the support side, it's two elements or two levels. So we have the regional team, which we have built up over the last few years ever since we engaged here locally with the European auto industry. That's a team of FAE experts, which are in the same time zone, so they can very closely and timely respond to customer questions or issues and help resolve those. And then we have a headquarter team, which is, so to say, the expert base layer, where we have the IQ lab and those experts on image quality. And they are there to support the regional team and the customers, mainly in the development phase. And they're always there whenever there's a very detailed topic which can't be resolved on the local layer, so to say.
We're speaking today with Jens Kahrweg, Senior Vice President of Sales and Marketing for Samsung Semiconductor Europe, talking about the strength of its supply chain, also the strength of its team when it comes to assisting automotive customers. Jens, similar line of thought here with the strength of that team. What other specific technologies from Samsung stand out or are strong right now in the market?
Let me detail a little bit about the corner pixel technology and how what we have developed here very specifically for the stringent automotive requirements. So it's we have basically in every pixel we have two photodiodes. We have a smaller photodiode which is there for the brighter light conditions, and then we have a larger photodiode which is basically there, which absorbs much more light when it comes in darker environments. And both of these are integrated in one pixel as set, so we can have all of that in one single exposure time. And this is then the base for enabling that, as said earlier, this very good and strong HDR performance of 135 dB, and to avoid any LFM in the system, and as said, all of that in one single exposure time. And to further detail how we tackle LFM is there is with LEDs this refresh rate what you have, so we can based on that refresh rate of LEDs, we can control the exposure time of the smaller photodiode to optimize that, and with that basically avoid any LFM in the final system. And lastly, with our corner pixel technology, we can with this precise image we capture, we can avoid in that single exposure, which is also unique in the market. We can avoid motion artifact, which increases or which enables a very high accuracy of the image, the raw image being captured, which is, as said earlier, when it then comes to how to bring this to the CV system and have an accurate image to take a decision on. So this this reduced motion artifact ability is another benefit of stronghold of our technology we offer.
What technologies, Jens, will you be showcasing at AutoSens in Barcelona this year in 2024? And then further to that, in line with what we've been discussing, how will those technologies that you're showcasing at AutoSens, how will they contribute to the advancements of ADAS and then ultimately autonomous driving?
So we are very happy to be again at AutoSens this year. It's actually, I think, the third time we are there, and we have grown our presence over the last 2 years. So this year we are basically where we're showing, I would say, products in two categories. First of all, it's all about the exterior sensing for ADAS systems. So for having a complete 360 image of what's around the car. So we are showing our full lineup of products from 1 to 3 to 8 megapixels, and we show in demos the benefits of our technology, like HDR performance and LFM mentioned earlier. And we are also showcasing a new sensor, at least a prototype of a new sensor, being 12 megapixel, which we have quickly developed as a prototype based on our technological capabilities in-house, also including the manufacturing piece. So this we are showcasing. It's a higher resolution, so it allows more higher image accuracy, which is important for future higher levels of autonomy in the car. We are showing that first time, and then secondly, so that was all on the exterior side. Secondly, we are also showing a demo for interior sensing. It's all about driver monitoring system and occupant detection. So we're showing a collaboration of our sensor with a CV solution for full system. And that is basically showing the capabilities we have to make that regulation on DMS possible for our customers.
After AutoSens, going forward then, what future plans do you have for your automotive sensor business?
Of course, we will not stop there. We are very happy actually with our track record we have in the automotive industry, with all the engagements and projects on tier ones and OEMs we're doing already. But we will of course not stop there. So we will further on push the limits of our technology to improve HDR performance, also to improve power consumption. Maybe that's a thing which I've forgotten to highlight earlier. So we have today a very power optimized sensor based on the capability of managing these two dies in-house, and being able to shrink that pixel and also the logic die further, and by this offering a system which has a very low power consumption related to the performance. And we keep pushing that limit further to reduce power consumption of our new sensors coming then soon in the future at same or even higher performance, because power consumption in an ADAS system is a very important topic, especially when that is combined with an EV car, which is quite often the case. So that's one element of driving innovation, and then the other is, as said, we are showing a first prototype of our 12 megapixel sensor. We will then, based on feedback, develop that product, and by this expand our portfolio of image sensors for all types of automotive ADAS use cases being out there.
We've been speaking with Jens Kahrweg, Senior Vice President of Sales and Marketing for Samsung Semiconductor Europe. Jens, thank you for being with us, for sharing your expertise and your thought leadership. We look forward to seeing you in person in Barcelona, but in the meantime, thank you for being with us.
Thank you so much, Carl. We are also very excited, and we are very much looking forward, and hope to see you and everybody else there at AutoSens in Barcelona. Thank you so much.
For more information on Samsung Semiconductor Europe and to find out more about our upcoming events, see the links in the description. And for more in-depth interviews like this, subscribe to our YouTube channel and join the AutoSens community on LinkedIn. In Detroit, on behalf of AutoSens, I'm Carl Anthony.